I am Aman Gill, Senior Talent Manager, Potentia. So before I start this webinar, I just want to introduce myself and Potentia. So Potentia is a leading technology and change recruitment industry in New Zealand. And I'm working with Potentia as a senior talent manager, having 17 years of recruitment experience. And past 7 years, I'm recruiting for New Zealand market. So look, I am an immigrant myself. So that is the reason I thought to give you all an overview while you're thinking to relocating uh, to New Zealand. So I'll give you the overview of tech industry, what are the ways of working here in New Zealand, how the culture looks like, and what you will go through when you're settling in, language as one of the constraint as well. And along with that, what are the immigrants experience when they start working here in this industry. So that includes my experience as well. So look, if I can do, you can do as well. So let's go through how things are here in New Zealand, which will give you a boost when you are thinking of relocating. So first thing is how, to give you an overview of New Zealand tech industry. So look, there are 2,300,000 companies exist in New Zealand, wherein 100,000 people work. So this tech industry is a combination of startups, government sector, health sector, telco sector, and the large software development houses as well, because the tech hubs are growing up and down in this country, and New Zealand is the third largest export sector as well. So you will definitely get variety of industries here, wherein your experience will definitely count here in New Zealand. This is the most important part because when I relocate here, we don't have these channels wherein we can understand how things work here. We start we like I as my experience I came to know when I start having conversation with people, but it's always good to have this overview before you come into the country, which will wherein you can prepare yourself. So what are the ways of working here? Like what is the Kiwi style? How Kiwis work? So the most important thing for is an attitude, because we believe that attitude is what you carry all the time, and skills they will make you learn. So it's really important to have that attitude wherein you have the attitude of finding solutions, the problem solving, attitude. That's really important. And this industry is a combination of small to medium sized organization wherein you will be closely working with the stakeholders. You will be sitting next to your director. So there is very, very less specifications, and there is more opportunities for you to expand your skill set. So you will have to be flexible. Will have to be adaptable. You should take those challenges in a very positive way. That's really important. So other thing most important here is when you're starting a career in New Zealand, there there will be a scenario where you can jump, into more opportunities much earlier than in hometown, because you are working in a small organization wherein you can showcase your capabilities along with your skills as well. So uh, the organizations are very unstructured. So independent working is really very common here. There's no micromanagement. You have to manage your time by yourself. Since it's a smaller team, so everybody get along with each other, really well. So it is very, very important for you to have that attitude. So that is why when you are going for an interview or you are introducing yourself, they see your attitude first, because getting along with other people in the team is very important. So working hard is also important in New Zealand, because then you can make good use of your time outside of work as well. So it is the other thing is it's very common here for people to socialize together, even inside and outside of work as well. For example, every organization have Friday drinks or any sort of planned team building activities, because to have that strong bond within a team is really important, which will help deliver any sort of work, and makes your balance really really nice as well. So culture, so it's very important to let you know how the culture looks like in New Zealand. So definitely businesses have various forms of cultures, could be networked, could be communal, could be fragmented, or could be go-getting as well. So most of the New Zealand workplace are very people focused. It's a very, everybody is connected to each other really, really well. So employees or the workmates or teammates, they care deeply about each other. Whether it's their team, whether it's a client or the customers or whom they are working in a professional environment. So people frequently stop, they chat to each other, they share lunches, jokes. So it's a very very healthy environment where everybody is getting along with everyone. So often when you're working in any organization, it act like a family. So you can socialize outside of work as well, like your teammate could be your best friend, wherein that person is involved in your personal socializing as well. So everyone goes extra mile for each other. They are likely to build friendship and extend, as I've told, extend their work, extend outside of work hours as well. Like they can, go meet during the weekends, have a family chit chat and everything. So it's really, really very, very networked. So that is one thing very important as a team culture. That's what they call the team culture. So it is very very important for everyone to get along. So that is why when they are recruiting in a tech industry or everywhere, I'm just not talking about tech industry, um, everywhere, attitude is what they see, or they rate really high in New Zealand. So this is again a really important as well. So which is called resilience. So resilience will help you keep moving when you are relocating here. So look, this is what I as an immigrant has experienced 5-6 years ago when I relocated to New Zealand. So it is very hard, both personally and professionally, because you are starting everything from scratch. Your personal life, you're making friends from scratch because you have left your loved ones back home. You are building your career professionally from scratch. So people don't know you. They don't know what your skill set is. They don't know how good you are as a person. So you are going through a very emotional roller coaster as well. So at that point of time, patience and resilience will help you keep going as well, because you will have some butterflies in the stomach wherein you will say, oh my God, did I took a right decision? Relocating to this, because you're excited when you are immigrating. You're excited in terms of, wow, I'm starting a new life altogether. But there could be a time when you will have some bad experiences as well, which frightens you, but that's fine. But at that point of time, if you have kept that resilience and if you are patient enough, it will help you keep moving, and it will motivate you all the time. Look, it's normal because you are coming to a different culture, which you are not used to it, which you are not aware. You're working in a different work environment altogether, wherein you are learning how you are learning new styles of working. You are learning new ways of delivering things, or everything is new for you altogether. So it's a kind of a graph wherein you are excited, then you could go a little down, and then again when things start working, you will again settle. So it's a little bit of graph or a roller coaster, you can say. But at that point of, and to be honest, it's normal. I had that few years ago, and look, I'm here in front of you. doing this webinar to help you out that this is normal. That's absolutely fine. So you fight against the bad feelings, decide to make the most of the opportunities here. And then there comes the time when you start feeling settled, you start feeling comfortable in your new life. You start meeting people, you start making friends. So it's a little bit of time consuming. So and again, it depends on person to person as well. Some people settle pretty quickly, some take a little bit of time, which is fine. So be patient and be resilient at the same time as well. You will get through this very easily if you have a right attitude there. So first impression count, definitely it counts. So this is how the Kiwis, working environment look like. So there are 4 to 5 important things you should keep in mind. First thing is time management. So you have to manage yourself and your time, because if you have been given the responsibility, it's your to deliver any task, it's your responsibility to manage yourself and the time, because nobody is micromanaging you. It's very, very unstructured environment. And again, the resilience, it will help you keep going as well. You have the attitude to learn, you have that willingness to learn new things. You should be a team player at the same time, because team player will help you make a great workplace as well, and creates a very, very healthy environment at the same time as well. And the most important thing, look, we are humans, end of the day. And again, you are working in a very new environment, wherein there could be a chance, or there could be a scenario wherein you can make mistakes. That's absolutely fine. You should have that attitude to deal with it. You should be honest. You should have that integrity at the same time. Do not afraid or scared to raise your hand and accept your mistake, and keep going. Honesty and integrity is really, really very important, because when you're coming to New Zealand, reference is one thing which will help you grow in your career. One reference will help you get another role and then another role. This is how it works. So that is why team player is really important. And again, good communication is definitely a key to success. If you have that capability to communicate well, then definitely, there is no one is stopping you to keep going and, to be successful in your professional career. Um, Language, definitely. Obviously, you are coming to an English speaking country, so definitely, because back home English might not be your first language. You find it a little bit hard to communicate, which is normal. That's absolutely fine. um, the but there are 3 4 things which you have to keep in mind. You have to practice your English whenever you can, whether it's at home, outside, inside of work. So you have to look for opportunities to speak this language, to speak English. You can, the more you speak, the easy it is for you to understand, easy it is for you to communicate, and to mingle along with your teammates as well. So there are certain ways of doing things. You can do some voluntary work. You can join some local community classes or any sort of networking events. These are the good ways to meet others and practice this language as well. But again, the attitude comes in play when you're learning a language. It means you have that enthusiasm to do. You can do. So that is the attitude which helps you, having to get hold of this command of English, English language as well. So um, practice, practice, practice is the only formula wherein you can, um, learn this language pretty easily as well, and communicate everywhere you go. So the more you do, the more comfortable you will be. So this is the most important thing. What migrants say about working here in New Zealand. So once you came here, you know how things work here, and you are entering into a comfortable zone. Then you experiences these things. Look, Kiwis respect where you are coming from. They are not forcing you to adapt to their culture. They are not forcing you to do anything. They are respecting the way you are. They're respecting where you're coming from. As long as you have that attitude, as long as you are a team player. For example, when I came to New Zealand, I don't drink alcohol at all, but nobody is forcing you to do. But still, you go to any sort of get-togethers on Fridays, wherein people know, because I prefer to go because I want to know more about my workmates as well. So it's a better way to know them more outside of work as well. And they know, and they always offer you orange juice. So this is one of my story as well. And this is what other immigrants say as like, in my company, they often have drinks after work on Fridays. I don't drink, but I still go. It's a good way to get my workmates better, and they always have orange juice for me. So look, New Zealanders don't like people who brag. So I have learned to be careful how I talk about my successes, and I always acknowledge the contribution my workmates have made. So look, it's really very important. That's what the team player comes in play. So it's really very, very important to acknowledge someone in your team who helps you to be who helps you in your success. So the contribution of that person is really important. So to acknowledge that is really, because if you will not acknowledge, why will that person will stand with you next time? So it's really important as well. And another immigrant says that I noticed that New Zealanders like to have a chat before starting work, which is really very common as well. This is how it creates a very healthy environment in a company. And my workmates like to talk about sport. I have learned a lot about rugby and cricket since I got here. So look, rugby is a national sport here, which no other. Um, I myself don't know about anything, but I learned a lot since I am here. So so it's a kind of a common topic. And on top of that, look, Kiwis speak a little fast, when they talk. So that's fine. You can say, "Hey, can you please speak a little slow? It's easy for me to understand you." So they are absolutely fine with that. So that's what I'm saying. Communication and your presence will make a huge difference. Um, so that's it for now. Hope these all overview will help you gain that confidence when you are relocating to this country. And all the very best for your future. And goodbye for now. Thank you.